my name is DeAndra Jarbo, and I've been with CC starting my 3rd year, my 2nd year of being an Essentials tutor. And I just wanted to briefly share with you how I schedule my kids' work, daily work. Each week I have 4 children, and I really feel like the Lord gave me this plan of action, so to speak. At one point I was really struggling with how to incorporate and manage all 4 kids' work each week and keep up with it and keep it on track and make sure we're getting things done. So Nicole's asked me to show you what I do. And not that it's unique and not that other people don't do the same thing, but just so you can have a visual, and so maybe it'll help you plan out your week of schoolwork. So all I do is I take, and I have 4 kids, and I'm just going to show you 3 of their work because 2 of them are very similar. But for a young child that's just starting out in foundations or early elementary ages, you would just have a few items. I have a grid here. This is my 7-year-old.
There you go.
And as you can see, I just have their name at the top, the days of the week, and their assignments. And on their sheets, I've included chores, Bible reading, anything that you want them to make sure they accomplish, you can put that on the list. So then each day they can look at it and see what they need to do. I've even included brush and floss your teeth because my boys have a hard time remembering to do that. So even little things like that you can put on there. And then just go down on the side and put the categories of things you want them to do. And then you can be specific. When I first started out, I left it all blank. So I thought, well, they can decide what to do. Well, that didn't work. So I needed to be specific. Okay, do 2 pages of your math. Practice your piano. I've even put it when their lesson is. And my kids, I like for them to drink green smoothies, so I've put green smoothies on there. And then they can check mark it off. They can color it in. One child likes to use one color for each day. One kid just marks it out. So just so can keep it. And then at the end, we initial it. Mom or dad can initial at the end of each day. And I've used a reward system. If you finish each day, you get a little token, and they can turn those tokens in for prizes or cash, depending on their age and whatnot, what motivates them. So I just want to show you what a 7-year-old can do. And then my 11-year-old obviously will have more items on his list that he needs to do. And then a way I've incorporated the CC into it is I've put on here like Tuesdays when our community will meet. So I've just put CC on here so we know, okay, well those aren't homework days or at-home days. But I've also included, well, he still needs to practice his piano, and he'll have soccer practice. So I've put extracurricular activities on there as well. But over here I have included where he has IW. And then specifically, okay, today, on Monday, you will need to write your prompt, and then we have a class meeting, and then you're going to have a rough draft, and then I do have breaks in there, so if you don't want if they don't need something to do every day, go ahead and put a dash, just so they know, hey, they have a day off, because there's some things, that's motivating too, to have some time off. Or you might just have a busy week where even down here, and this is just a sample of things, but we had I think this was homeschool Six Flags Day, so I put that on there to motivate them and say, okay, we have a week full of stuff, but we are going to have some fun in there. So I've included the fun things as well. And then, here's a sample of my high school. She'll be a junior next year, so you can see the list gets longer because there's just more things for them to do. But this has really just helped us in several ways. First, it keeps me on track because I know what needs to be done as far as like reading. Okay, now we're on this book, this chapter, this page, and I can check mark it off. And for my high school girl, I've kept every one of these that I've printed off. The other ones, when they finish it, I just usually trash it. But for the high school kids, I've kept it. My husband likes accountability and record keeping, so I just have an envelope they go into. So I can go back and say, oh, did we read, here she has Jane Eyre. Have we read that? Yes. If you just want record keeping down the road. So I've kept all of these. So it keeps us on track. It also serves as a way for the kids to have some responsibility and self responsibility and ownership of their work. They can just look at it. I work on this usually Sunday night, or I'm getting better at it where I can work on it throughout the week and have it ready. But Monday morning I have it on their desk, ready to go, so they know what they need and they start over each week. So it gives them ownership of their work. And then two, for dads who aren't involved, who are working obviously at work and don't know day to day what mom is doing with the kids, but want to know, hey, what are my kids learning, and have that accountability, then I can show dad, here's their charts, and then two, dad can be included in initialing it off at the end of each day. So I think this just is a great way to have the whole family involved in the learning process of home education, where dad is on the same page as mom, and the kids know what's expected, and that they have that sense of accomplishment each day. Okay, when I get this done, then I can go play. Or when this is all marked off, I can get my token and my reward. So this has just really helped us organize our homeschool. And then I would just like to leave you with a little encouragement that what I've learned is really trust the CC method, the CC process. So a lot of people wonder, oh really, do we just have to do memory work and reading, and don't we need to be adding more and more? And that will come, especially when they're in high school. You just really want to set a good foundation now of getting those pegs put in of the timeline, and just that community of support that you have. So don't try to add too much to it when they're little. Just trust the process of what CC has given you, and add, make sure they love reading and that they love learning. And don't get bogged down with, are we doing enough? Because there's certainly enough right now. So thank you, and best wishes.